What's the most entitled behavior you've ever seen from total strangers? My nephews both graduated from high school this morning, and honestly, I was more excited than their own parents seemed to be. These kids have been through hell the past few years. Their dad passed away when they were sophomores, and watching them push through and actually make it to graduation had me feeling pretty emotional about the whole thing. I knew the auditorium was going to be packed, and I really wanted to get good seats so I could get some decent photos for their mom. She's been working double shifts at the hospital and couldn't take the morning off to camp out like I could. So I got there about 2 hours early with my folding camping chair, a thermos of coffee, and my headphones so I could catch up on my true crime podcast while I waited. The weather was actually pretty nice, and I was settled in comfortably near the front of the line that was slowly forming behind me. I've got some pretty bad plantar fasciitis, and my knees are shot from years of construction work, so standing for extended periods is genuinely painful. That chair wasn't just for comfort, it was necessity. About 40 minutes before they were scheduled to let us inside, this pregnant woman showed up with what I assumed was her partner. She was pretty obviously far along, like maybe 7 or 8 months, and I could see she was already looking uncomfortable and shifting her weight from foot to foot. Someone behind me let them cut in line, which honestly I didn't mind since I was still first anyway. Within maybe 5 minutes of getting there, she tapped me on the shoulder and very politely asked if she could possibly use my chair since she was having trouble standing for so long. I felt bad for her situation. I really did, but I explained that I actually needed it myself due to my foot and knee problems. I tried to be nice about it and went back to my podcast, but then she asked again literally 2 minutes later. Same polite tone, but I could tell she was getting more desperate. I gave her the same answer. Sorry, but I really do need it more than she does. I even suggested that maybe she could wait in their car until closer to the time, or if she was really uncomfortable, she could just sit on the ground since it was clean and dry. That's when her demeanor completely changed. She got this look on her face and started going on about how she was pregnant and going to be struggling the whole time, and how it was really unfair that I wouldn't help her out. Then she actually called her partner over to basically tag team me into giving up my chair. Her husband or boyfriend walked over and asked me the same question. Still polite, but with this edge to his voice like he was already annoyed before he even opened his mouth. I stuck to my guns and explained again about my mobility issues, and suggested the same alternatives. Wait in the car, sit on the ground, or maybe see if there were any other chairs around. I even mentioned that the school might have extra seats inside. The guy looked at me like I'd just kicked his girlfriend in the stomach and straight up called me an a-hole before walking away. They spent the next 30 minutes standing there behind me, and I could hear them talking shit about me to other people in line. The woman kept making these exaggerated sighs and groaning sounds, clearly trying to make me feel guilty. A few people gave me dirty looks, but nobody else said anything directly to me. The whole thing made me feel pretty uncomfortable, but I kept thinking about how my feet were already starting to ache and throb just from the little bit of standing I'd done, and how I knew I'd be miserable for the entire ceremony if I gave up that chair. Plus, I'd been there first and came prepared specifically because I knew I'd need it. When they finally opened the doors, I folded up my chair and walked in without making eye contact with anyone. Got great seats for the ceremony though, and my nephews looked absolutely incredible walking across that stage in their caps and gowns.